Shout out to Juan Gotti talking sports. You know what it is.
Shout out Juan Gotti talking sports.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries? Like...
Stop saying my name, you dick round bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, and Shawty is the winner. You can tell that Shawty's love again now. She's confident.
So I guess what they said was true. They say Washington ain't beat nobody for real. They say anytime Washington play against a contender, this what we do. Anytime we play against some freaking competition, this is what we do. We look like trash every single time. And now it's to that point where we can no longer argue with people when they sit up here and say, y'all ain't beat nobody. Because every single time it's a big game against a true competitor, we come out and look lethargic, look like trash. Hell, what I was talking about prior to the game, we need to take our respect. They counting us out, not giving us a chance. Hell, what I was saying, because clearly they was right. This shit happens every time. Who gives a hell if you beat the Giants? Who cares if you beat the Raiders next week? It ain't gonna matter. Because you ain't gonna be taken serious until you win games like this. And you know what? It's week 2. So I can live with a loss. But not like that. That's not what I can live with. What the hell was that today? All phases of the game. And we're going to start with coaching. Coaching was piss effing poor tonight. Everybody. Dan Quinn, clock management towards halftime. What is that? Why are you taking 3 timeouts into the locker room? You can't bring them out with you in the second half. What is that? You're driving. You're letting the clock go. That is some BS. You know what that sounds? That sounds like losing mentality to me. Oh, we're letting the clock go because we don't want Jordan Love and the Packers offense to get the ball back and have time to go down and score. So you already telling me while we're in the midst of our drive, you done damn near gave up on our shit. You gave up on our drive. Preserving timeouts for what? I'm sitting there watching the clock like, hey, timeout? No. Coaching, piss poor. Cliff Kingsbury. I don't want to get too out in front ahead of myself right now. But I this is how I feel. This was Cliff Kingsbury's worst game as an offensive coordinator here. In the 2 seasons that Cliff Kingsbury's been here thus far, this is the worst game he has called. And this isn't changing my opinion on Cliff. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But everybody getting a piece of accountability tonight. Coaches, players, everybody. And Cliff looked overmatched. Jeff Hafley was having his goddamn way. Looked overmatched. Did we ever try to establish the run tonight? Did we ever try to do that? And God forbid, hopefully Eckler's okay. That's my guy. Hopefully he's okay. Not looking good. Non-contact injuries are never good. But this in and out committee shit needs to stop now. At first I was all for it, but this is Bill's team. Why did we not establish the run? Try to at least to slow down this pass rush that was whipping our ass. Josh Connolly Jr. got his ass whipped tonight. But who's surprised at that? If you're surprised, you're the problem. Why are you having your rookie right tackle one-on-one with Micah Parsons? That's smart. Yeah, just have Micah Parsons eating on a rookie tackle. Yeah, great idea. And even when you tried to chip him, what the hell were these efforts by these chippers? What the hell was that? J-Mac? Where was John Bates at tonight? Am I tripping? Am I tripping, or did John Bates not play tonight at all? Like, I might be tripping. But it was a few guys. I'm like, where are they at? Offensively, I'm like, where's John Bates for the chipping? Why are we having our running backs do this? Offensive line got their ass whipped from the tackle to interiorly. Tyler Biotis got pushed back into the lap multiple times to Jaden Daniels. Nick Algreedy with the penalty. I don't know. But penalty. Laramie Tunsil, the last person that should be jumping on for a stop. Everybody got their ass whipped tonight. Micah Parsons, absolute menace. Rashawn Gurry, absolute menace. Edgerrin Cooper, they tried to tell me, and I ain't want to listen. Because I was so caught up in this team coming out playing better. Playing better. And we got outplayed in all phases. What I say before the game? Jordan Love, guys, show me. Jordan Love, guys, show me. And damn, he did. We ain't have an answer for him all night. But you know what? It's enough accountability and blame to go around. But we're going to get to the players. We starting with these coaches. Joe Witt Jr. What the hell was that tonight? I can sit back there and pick apart a soft-ass zone. I can do that. So what makes you think Jordan Love, a damn good NFL starting quarterback, can't do that? Heat his ass up. You saw what happened the times we did. You sat back there all night and let him carve you up. Let Luke Musgrave looking like George Kittle out there. Excuse me, not Luke Musgrave. Tucker Kraft. Luke Musgrave got in there too. But Tucker Kraft looking like George Kittle, tearing us a new one. Marshawn Lattimore, hey, I ain't going to hold you, bro. I ain't going to hold. See, that's my problem. I defend the hell out these players, man. Because I always like to see good in people. It might be to that point. Lattimore might not got it no more, Slim. I ain't going to hold you. He can't move. He cannot move. Getting toasted all night. Savion Williams, Dontavian Wicks, Romeo Dobbs. Nobody showed up. Trey had a nice PBU early on, but nobody showed up. I can't tell you one person that stepped off that bus tonight and said, we're going to win this shit for my coach because it's his birthday. Nobody. This defense we talked about that was supposed to be damn good. See, this is why I can't get out in front of everything. I gotta start being more humble, I guess, or start being more realistic. Because that's what they kept saying. It's the Giants, Juan. Defense can look good against it's the Giants, Juan. And I kept saying, nah, this defense different, man. We actually got the personnel. We got the dogs. Hell, if I was wrong. Romeo Dobbs fried Mikey. Straight up punished him one-on-one. And Debo did. Debo did for sure. But we gonna break it down. We're gonna break it down. But I'm not done with these coaches. Because the game plan tonight on all sides of the ball was horrible. Percy Butler had a good play special teams wise too early, right? But Joe Witt, I'm pissed at you, man. I'm pissed. Because you know better. You going to sit back there and give Jordan Love all time to throw? All day. Like he just some bum. No pressure. You seen what happened when you send the Quan Martin blitz? You seen what happened? Where was that? I told you. Adjustments is something that we pride ourselves on. What adjustments did we make this game? None. Kurt Herbstreit, Al Michaels said it. We started off the game exactly how I thought we would. Rushing 4 to see if our front 4 can get home. And we didn't. So, smart guy Witt, what do? Change up the defense. Send some pressure. Send 5, send 6 at him. Make Jordan Love beat you. You made it too easy on him tonight. When the hell did we become this zone-heavy team? I thought we relied on our personnel, mano y mano. Coaching was horrible tonight. And, oh yeah, Matt Gay, get him the hell off of my team. He does not make the trip back to Washington. He is trash. You hear me? He is trash. Get him off my team. For the love of God, can we find a kicker? Can we please find a kicker? It's going to be the death of me. For the longest, Washington was in this game. It should have been 40-6. You know how we said it about the Giants game? It should have been 40-6. But for the longest, we was in this game. 17-3, 10-3, right? 14-3. Matt Gay bum ass come out there and miss 2 key important field goals. Get him off my team. And it ain't like he ain't got the leg. He had the distance for both of them. Get him off my team. That's 1. 2, Jaden Daniels got his ass whipped tonight. You know what I mean? And we got to start having a conversation about 5 not being sharp right now. Nobody is ducking this smoke tonight. Yes, that includes our star quarterback. And no, I'm not changing my mentality on him. I still think he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I still love Jaden Daniels. That's my guy. Let that be known, because as soon as you hold the franchise to accountability as well, you know how the comments gonna get. He ain't had no time. No, he didn't. He did not. But he wasn't good either. He wasn't good. You telling me early on, you got a big play that need to be made. Come on, 5. That's what you do. Read option, right? 5 had a touchdown. He had a big play, possibly a touchdown had he kept that jump, but gave it to Eckler inside for a horrible run. 5 wasn't good either, man. And I get it. He ain't had no time. I understand that. We gonna drown that in our brains. We understand that. But he wasn't good either. He wasn't good either. What? The throws short. And can you blame him? They sped up his clock like I don't know what. Everything was just short today. Terry McLaurin, short. Zach Ertz, short. And for the love of God, Cliff Kingsbury, why the hell, when the game on the line, 4th and 4, you draw up an isolated route for Jalen Lane? Your rookie 4th round wide receiver out of anybody with the game on the line. You draw it up for Jalen Lane. Good going, Cliff. That a boy. Keyshawn Nixon, Currington Valentine, this whole secondary had our receivers in hell. Hell, I tell you. Nobody was able to create separation tonight. Nobody. Even on the double move, because I said it. Keyshawn Nixon being very aggressive tonight. It's a matter of time for a double move come. They did it. And for a slither, it was there. Not a good ball by 5. Not a good ball. It's okay to hold our quarterback accountable. It's okay. No love is lost from 5-0. But sometimes you got to call it what it is. Sometimes you got to tip your cap. In Green Bay, you got my respect. You might be the best team in the NFC. Jordan Love proved it to me tonight that he's one of them guys. And boy, that defense gave us hell all night long. All night long. Wasn't able to sustain no type of offensive success. No type of offensive success consistently tonight. And it starts with the game planning. We were outmatched and outcoached in every way. What's the best way to slow down a team's pass rush, chat? We all have some sort of football knowledge. What's the best way to slow down a pass rush? Running the ball. You can say quick passes, whatever you want, but running the ball. And that's my first complaint there. We did not even attempt to establish no type of run game tonight. No type of run game. No type of run game tonight. How many carries did we end with tonight? Eckler had 17 rushing yards. Prayers up to Eckler, obviously. But look at these stats, man. Look at this. We didn't even try to establish no type of run game. Oh, this is frustrating, man. This is frustrating, especially when you talk a good game. Make sure y'all like this stream up. Make sure you turn on post notifications. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Shaman Juan Gotti here. We're sponsored by SeatGeek. I know we're sad right now. We're upset. But don't lose sight on a long season. And I know a lot of y'all are going to be in the game when we come back home next week versus the Raiders. But if you want to go, make sure you use promo code WanGotti on SeatGeek to get 10% off your first purchase. I'm telling you. You need it because these tickets be expensive. But back to it. Back to talking about this bullshit-ass game we just watched. Washington's offensive line got absolutely manhandled today. Everybody. Lermy. Algretti. Brandon Coleman got banged up. Hopefully he's fine. Chris Paul had to come in. That's not a good sight whenever that is. Have to happen. Right? Connerly got whipped tonight. But who's surprised at that? That's our young fella. We knew that was going to happen. Again, I'm putting this on coaching. Coaching first and foremost. Because the game plan was horrible. You knew this Packers pass rush was going to get after our offensive line. It's up to you to slow that down. Run the ball. Go up tempo. Why do we wait till the game is over to finally move with some urgency? Is it just me? Or did we look sluggish the whole night? We looked sluggish the whole goddamn night. And nothing worse than that onside kick. Why are we not running to the ball? Why are we not running to the ball? We're moving lackadaisical. That ball took a perfect hop. Could have made it more closer than what it was. But no, nobody moved with no urgency. Make they ass practice tomorrow. What Syracuse head coach had them doing after the game, and they won running. Make they ass run. Because what the hell was that effort tonight? It's one thing to lose. I'm all. That's a part of the game. It happens. But losing like that is piss poor. It's piss. Nobody stepped up tonight. Will Hurst, baked. My guy said earlier, this is a litmus test for Will Hurst. Baked. Quan Martin. Luckily, Matthew Golden ain't catch it. But got over top of him. Sean cooked. You hear me? I keep defending Marshawn. He ain't got it no more, man. He ain't got it no more. I'm sorry. He can't move. They was effing him up all night with the motion. And as they always know, the cornerback position is no room for old men. We know that. And Sean, he ain't got it, man. He can't move. He cannot move, bruh. Pass rush. Non-existent tonight. Deron Payne, I don't even know if he played. I know he played, but I didn't even know if he played. If you get what I'm saying. Because I ain't hear his name not once tonight. Jacob Martin had a sack. Cool. Von Miller, he 35. He 35, y'all. And I don't know if we're going to get anything out of Von Miller this year. I don't know. But we need something, man. Something. Oos, another game where I ain't hear his name not once. Defensively got outmatched, man. Jordan Love did his thing. You got to tip your cap. And I said it. That's what I said he got to do. But man, what a horrible game. What a horrible game, man. What a horrible game. We outmatched in every phase. Every single phase. It wasn't one. It wasn't one time. He can't read his zone. Talk about it, honey. I mean, bruh. Like, that's the thing, though. For me, that's why you need to go. That's why you need to run the ball, right? First of all, that's first things first. Secondly, you need to go up tempo to not allow the Packers to get into these zones where they were rushing for majority of the night, and we were getting killed. And we were allowing them to sit in these soft zones all day long. All day long. But I can't even say he can't read a zone, though, because you got to realize this. When you're getting hit every play, and this isn't to make no excuses for Five. You damn right, he got to be better. But this is no excuses for him. But when you're getting hit every play, when it's pressure in your face every play, your clock is sped up. You look tense. You don't have the same kind of patience and execution that you once had because you're worried about getting fucking hit. So I ain't gonna sit up here and say he can't read his zone, but I'm sure there were plays. I'm sure there were plays out there tonight that could have been made. And for me, my biggest gripe with Fire tonight is his fucking throws, man. Everything was short. Like, at the feet of the receivers, I'm like, yo, what's up? That's not you. And remember, I talked about it. I think we all agreed on this. I said my biggest worry prior to the season starting was Terry McLaurin and Jaden Daniels missing all of camp. I had a feeling this slow start was going to happen between them two. Had a feeling this was going to happen. And look at it. They're not on the same page at all. At all. And I'm putting majority of the blame on Jaden Daniels. I guarantee you when I watch this film tomorrow, whenever they upload it, Terry McLaurin was open a couple times. You can't sit up here and tell me Currington Valentine and how good Keyshawn Nixon was tonight that Terry McLaurin was just in shackles. Because, yeah, none of our receivers were able to get open consistently, but I have a hard time 17 was a part of that for the most part. I have a hard time believing that. But it's your man Juan Gotti. We're soaking in a bad loss. I'm reading the comments. So get your comments off. Feel free to super chat. There's 247 people in here. Make sure y'all liking the stream up, subscribing. We're here all year. And if you want to have your comments read, I'm going to try to read a lot of them. But since there's quite a bit of people in here, if you want to be guaranteed to read, you can always via super chat. And don't forget, I almost forgot. Call in to the Command Extra Postgame Show therapy session now. See, it was going to be Victory Friday. I'm so hot, I even forgot to put this up here. 240-804-7327. Call into that number right now and get your shit off. Y'all going to be in the video tomorrow. This is every week, whether we win or lose, call that number and leave your post-game thoughts. But let's get to the comment section, as this is your time to take over the show, as we're reading these comments after a horrible performance by our Washington Commanders. Who would have thought? Again, fools by me. Fooled, I should say. I'm a fool. Because they're right. Every time it's a big game. This seems to be the new outcome. Reek, appreciate you for the super chat. Reek, he says, we need to have a serious talk about that. Talk about it, Reek. He's cooked, man. I'm sorry. He got hurt. Kill. I didn't even realize Bates got hurt. That's why he wasn't out there. But talk about it, Reek. He is done, man. I know we got a long season, but young. That's Josh Norman 2.0 right there. He cannot move, man. They talked about all the injuries he's had over the last 3 years. Only playing in what? They said 26 games in 3 years? Do the math. He's done, bro. And I'm not mad at Adam Peters at all for making that trade. You got to do what you got to do. But he can't move, man. He can't move. Get flagged for penalty because he holding the shit out the shoulder pad in motion, can't keep up. He's done. CGM87. Shout out to CGM87. He says Diaz is bad as I expected. Connolly awful. Lattimore and Gay bums. Fire Tap, Duro Tap, that is, defensive line. Assist with the defensive line, of course. Pathetic. And Eck injury, just awful. Wit is a problem, too. But DQ's BFFs. Pissed off, CGM87. And you got every right to be. Call into that Command Extra Postgame Show and leave your thoughts. 240-804-7327. There's 242 people in here. I need to hear y'all firing that lineup right now. Because we are pissed. This game, again, for me, it's one thing to lose. That happens. It's a part of football. You're going to lose games. But when you look like shit, when you look like trash, ain't no defending it. CGM87, you got every right to feel like you feel right now. The only thing I'll say is Connolly got set up to die tonight. He got set up for failure. I'm not going to go off on my young fella right now. Connolly, not his fault tonight. That's the only person that I'm excusing. Because how dare you line him one-on-one with Micah Parsons for majority of the night and somewhat give him chips here and there. You know what I told you that we did not do much of tonight that you need to do? Anytime teams get after Michael Parsons and have a great showing against Michael Parsons, what do? They don't run away from him. They go at him. They attack him. RPO game, quick game. Make him make a decision. We ain't do none of that tonight. We just allowed him to disrupt our flow internally, externally. Like, it goes back to the game plan, man. Game plan was trash. CGM87, thank you again for the super chat. I appreciate you. And I'm rocking with you tonight. You got every right to feel the way you feel. Because that is trash what we just seen. Connolly, the only one that get the benefit of the doubt for me. Poor fella got killed tonight. Knew the DBs would be trash, but the D-line needed addressed. And AP not enough on the front. Bringing in old Von Miller wasn't enough. I call clowning. It's only 2 games. But you're not wrong. It might be time to have a conversation about Von Miller, man. I know he's 36, so it's like, Juan, what was your expectation? Really? It was to do something. It was to do something, whether it was being an assist in the run game, getting some consistent pressure here and there. I ain't heard Von Miller name unless it's in the pregame. Unless it's in the pregame, I don't be hearing his name at all, bro. I don't be hearing his name at all. It's bad. My guy Carter. Shout out to Carter. Cliff doesn't even scheme any QB runs for 5. You know what's crazy? Speaking of that, we had one play today where I think it was a QB run. I forget. Was it at the end of the second quarter or something like that? I forget what exactly it was. But it was a QB run. I didn't like that call. I don't necessarily understand or know if Cliff understands when to pull that out, but clearly he doesn't, because every single time we try it, it doesn't work. But Cliff, not a good game tonight, man. Game plan was garbage. I don't even know if we had a game plan. That's how bad it was. We couldn't establish nothing. Shout out to old Zach Ertz for being the only one offensively that was like, hey, I'm going to do something. I'm going to show up. You hear me, though? Lattimore's fried, bro. Lattimore's fried. Terry's not him. I'm not going for that. Terry, I'm going to look back at the film. But these first 2 weeks, I ain't putting them on Terry McLaurin. I'm not. That's on 5. Was DQ out or Ron out coaching tonight? That's what I'm saying. I ain't like the clock management by DQ tonight at all. I ain't like the timeout usage in the first half. I ain't like having to take a timeout in the fourth quarter, early stages of the fourth. And then what's up with the ref? Whole ass ref going, wind down the clock and make us wait on the defense. When the hell in sports do you ever wait on the defense, force us to use our final timeout? Ain't that some BS? When do you ever wait for the defense in sports? Everything went wrong tonight, man. Not anything positive from this game. I can't tell you. My guy Slamberg, thank you for becoming a YouTube member, joining the Gotti gang. Best family on YouTube. Make sure you guys join the Gotti gang. Slim, there's great content coming over there, exclusive content and everything. Join the Gotti gang, baby. But also, 231 of y'all in here, I want to hear from y'all. Get y'all shit off. Call 240-804-7327 as we're going to be listening to your calls tomorrow on Therapy Friday or Misery Friday. Call that number in right now. I want to hear from everybody tomorrow. When I sit down and record and put these headphones on, I better hear from you because we pissed off right now. We pissed. We made Green Bay look better than what they really are. Real talk. Hey, David, I ain't going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you, David. They are a good-ass team. They're a good-ass team. What my man Dave say earlier, Tucker Craft, you gotta watch out for Tucker Craft. Boy, did he tear us a new one tonight. Was that Tucker Craft or was that George Kittle? I couldn't tell the difference. He was killing us tonight. A little bit of Luke Musgrove, too. And how dare I talk shit about their receiving core? And it wasn't that I didn't think they had talent in their receiving core. It was more so like, who's really that dog? I guess they all are. Even 83 Savion Williams, I believe that's who that was. Killed us on the end around. Shout out to Riri. Riri, we need a new kicker. Hey, Riri, you right. Without a doubt, Matt Gay need to get off this team. I ain't gonna lie to you. Trash. Had an opportunity to make this a one-score game twice, Riri. Twice. And he missed both. You know what? I'd rather you be inaccurate as hell. Or should I say on some Chris Blewett shit where you can't even get it up past your leg's not strong enough. I'd rather you not have the distance, I should say. That's one thing. But to have the distance and to just keep missing. We seen this in the preseason. I tried to warn y'all when I was at that Ravens game. And I tell y'all this all the time. I've been like this since Dustin Hopkins. Always bring in competition for your kicker in training camp. I don't care if he's the best kicker in the league and you have no thought in your mind to replace him. Bring in competition at least to make him work for it. Iron his tool bag. Sharpen his iron. Their training camp is so soft. And Matt Gay ain't do shit to earn it. And you know what's crazy about the Packers kicker? We had him last year. We had him. And I know he missed one tonight, but he was better than he was much better than what he was when he missed. But we had Brandon McManus last year. But we released him, and I can't say I'm mad at him for releasing him because apparently it was some allegations. But goddamn. Let me find out Adam Peters' ass can't find a kicker. Hey, look, he was a part of that Jake Moody joint. You seen the 49ers just release him. So let me find out AP can't find no kicker. Because this is ridiculous, man. This is the second straight year in week 2 that we might be on to a new kicker. Remember last year, we traded for K. York. He was ass. And we cut him out before week 2 or after week 2 so we can save our 7th-round pick. Matt Gay ass might be cut next. And he should be. Garbage, I tell you. Ryan. My man Ryan Woodridge. Washington should go trade for Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. Get this guy out of here. Who's this dude right here? Who's this dude's right here, man? Who's this guy? Yeah, we're just going to go trade for Aaron Rodgers. You're right, Ryan. Good shit. Good comment, my guy. Good comment. And I know you're probably being funny. I know you're not being serious. So don't take me as being super literal. But get out of here with that. 5 is still that guy. Bro, why I knew you was going to be... Hey. I already knew you was going to be on that. I know you too well, bro. I knew you was going to be on that. I knew as soon as I seen that profile picture, I was like, bro, just watch. Hey, I needed that laugh because, boy, I'm pissed. But, Base Merlin, yes, yes, that was some BS. It was, bro. We was trash tonight, man. We was trash. Hey, Carter, look, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna be real with you. You know, JG always gonna be 100. So I'm always myself on this jump, but given the world status right now and political shit that's going on and all that, I ain't want to say his name, but since you said it, I'ma say it too. Go get Justin Tucker, man. God forbid, I don't promote none of the things that they alleging this man to do. I ain't partaking in none of that. I don't care about none of that. I hope they get their help, the girls that was involved and whatnot. But on field, that's what I'm worried about. And at this point, Justin Tucker, the only person that can save us, clearly. You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't entertain none of that he into. I'm talking about the kicker, not the person. Hey, Dante, appreciate you, Dante. Appreciate you for the super chat. He say, "What's up, Slim? Did we forget how to blitz with that?" And that's what I'm saying. Dante, that's what I'm saying. Jordan Love is a good quarterback. You cannot sit back here and let him pick you apart. And when the hell did we become this zone-heavy team now? I thought we was a rely on my personnel, mano-a-mano, man coverage kind of guy. Team, I should say now, because we got the personnel, right? You sat back there and let Jordan Love build a house every play. Of course he gonna find a wide open Tucker Kraft, a wide open Romeo Dobbs. Duh. But you seen when you blitzed them, you seen when Jacob Martin was able to get some pressure on him, you seen when Quan Martin was able to come down on a safety blitz, what happened? You speed up your internal clock. What did Jeff Hafley do to Jaden Daniels tonight? As a big reason as to why he was off. He kept getting after him. He kept blitzing him. He kept getting pressure on him, which alternately sped up his clock, and he wasn't good tonight. What happened to the blitzes? I told you, go into this game, rushing for, seeing how that plays out. If it doesn't play out in your favor, adjust. Adjust. And we ain't do no adjusting. We ain't do no adjusting. Ty Howard, get your ass on. Who you like the Eagles? You like the Eagles, don't you, Ty? I know you like the Eagles. That just screamed Eagles to me. Hey, look, you got the right to drag tonight. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. You got it. Call in that Command Extra Post Game Show there, y'all. 240-804-7327. I need to hear from everybody. Everybody. Because tonight was horrible. 50-yard kick return and nothing to show for it. Talk about it. Debo said, hey, nobody want to show up. I'm going to show up. Gave our ass great field position. And nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. Jalen Lane had a good return too. Nothing to show for it. So it seemed like anytime we tried to get something going, we couldn't. This shit feel very Ron Rivera-esque. I ain't gonna hold you. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. This was feeling very Ron Rivera-esque tonight. I don't like slow starts, man. And theoretically, yeah, we 1-1. But the goalpost that keeps moving, gonna keep on moving until we have a signature win. We have not had a signature win yet. You can talk about, well, last year we did in Detroit playoffs, right? Of course. You can say that, but I'm talking about outside of that one. Because clearly that ain't make people change their mind on us. And tonight ain't going to help the case. Until we can string together multiple victories over formidable championship caliber teams, ain't nobody going to take us serious. And boy, all the people that think Jaden Daniels going to have a sophomore slump, they going to have a field day with this game. They going to have a field day with this game. Ty say, boys up. Hey, Ty, I ain't going to hold you. Being a Cowboy fan in 2025 got to be trash. Y'all on the verge of 0-2. I ain't going to lie. Y'all got to worry about y'all season not being over before October. Andrew, talk about it, Andrew. No urgency. No urgency the whole game. And that's the thing I'm disappointed in the most. I don't know if it's keep looping, my bad. That's the thing I'm disappointed in the most tonight. Zero urgency from this team. Nobody, like Cliff, you know football. You're an offensive guru, right? The biggest thing to avoid pressure or to take pressure away, to negate them, run the ball and keep them on their heels. No huddle. No huddle. Get up to the line. Well, come on, man. Nothing tonight to show for it. You didn't try to establish the run with Bill. You didn't try to speed up the game. No huddle. Quick plays. Nothing. Nothing to show for it. Pathetic right here. And I say again, I think this may have been Cliff Kingsbury's worst game as a play caller for us. I'm not going to hold you. Terrible game by the Washington Commanders tonight. I am pissed. And I need to hear from you as well because I know you're pissed too. 240-804-7327 is the number you call in to be in the Command Extra Post Game show tonight, tomorrow, aka Misery Friday. Reacting to all your calls after this horrible game by the Washington Commanders. Again, it's one thing to lose, but to get your ass whipped on primetime football, to not show up at all, that's another thing. And that's why I'm disappointed. Who had the more injuries tonight coming into this game? Green Bay or Washington? Because it looked like Green Bay played 7 days ago and not 3, just like us. They came out flying around. They came out on 10. We came out slow, lethargic, not moving, looked tired, looked gashed. Not a good showing at all. Not a good showing at all. I thought preparation was something we prided ourselves on. Clearly not. We quote unquote been practicing and preparing for this team since July. Shit, I couldn't tell. And I know Michael Parsons puts a big wrench in your plans, but I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell at all. I couldn't tell at all, man. I ain't gonna lie. Pissed. 240-804-7327 is the Command Extra Post Game show. Call in, and y'all gonna be featured on the video tomorrow. Kingsbury sucked bad. He was not good tonight. Jaden Daniels can't win the game by himself. Defense is the key. 5 wasn't good tonight either, Lucky. 5 wasn't good tonight either. Nobody was good tonight. And yes, you, like I said, I've been saying it all stream long. I understand 5 was under pressure tonight. I get it. But when he had time, not the best decision. Short arm and everything. On that read option, he should have kept it. Would have had a big game. So 5 was not good tonight either, but you're right. You're right. Definitely the worst game for Cliff. I felt that way, and that's why I immediately said it coming on stream, man. Commanders looked average tonight, for sure. Looked horrible. And again, this is not going to change the narrative. And at this point, they're right. They can say whatever they want about the Commanders. Because until we go out there and show them that things are different, this game versus the Raiders, if we win, ain't gonna do nothing for us. Not us, but you know what I mean. The other people. Daniels didn't have to throw. He normally makes it. It was weird. Maybe it's something to that wrist. Man. I don't know. Lucky. Everything will be fine. Trust we need to keep finding a little Bill. He got busy. We'll be fine. Of course, it's only week 2. Still 15 games to go. 14, 15 games to go. Of course. But that ain't gonna change the fact that right now all of Commanders Nation is let down. And we're not let down because we lost. We're let down because of how we lost. That's the thing that I can't get with. Losing happens. It's a part of the game. How we lose is the thing that rubs me completely the wrong way. Completely the wrong way. Hats off to Green Bay, man. He can't throw it to himself. You're right. 5 can't throw it to himself, but he can't short arm a lot of these throws neither, man. He can't short arm. D, it's okay to hold our quarterback to accountability. He's going to hold himself accountable. So why can't we? I love 5. Got his jersey on. Ain't nothing changed my mind about 5. But you don't be afraid to hold him accountable. He was not good tonight neither. Nobody was. Unless your name is Deebo Samuel or Zach Ertz. Nobody was good tonight. That includes McLaurin. That includes Noah Brown. It's okay. I promise you. Our best player tonight probably was Deebo or Zach. Got to tighten up receivers and don't get me started with that. Hey, I saw a comment. Somebody said, I don't know who was worse, Lattimore or St. Juice. They calling that man Marshawn Lattimore St. And I ain't going to hold you. It's looking very like it. It's looking very like it. Man, oh man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel on the road to 12,000 subscribers. We look below average. You right. You right, Jane. We'll call you Jane. I don't want to mess up your name. Janella. Hopefully I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. But we looked below average. I ain't even giving us a C, Janella. Hopefully I said that right again. Sorry if I didn't. We were trash tonight. Horrible. Horrible. We know 5 can win, so run the ball and don't give any NFL team opportunities to pass. Look, these are NFL star quarterbacks. You give them any time in the pocket to throw, they're going to carve you up. That's why getting pressure on the quarterback is so important. Why do you think the Packers were able to be so successful tonight doing it? Because they knew if they let Jaden Daniels just sit back there and work and have all day to throw, he's going to carve you up. Too bad our guy didn't have that brain. Pause. That was crazy. I ain't going to lie. That was crazy. We're still growing, Reggie. You're right. Season ain't done. Season ain't done. But it's damn sure a horrible showing. Horrible showing tonight. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, man. We're on the road to 12,000 subscribers. Unfortunately, the Washington Commanders lose. Fall to 1-1 in the season, and again, the loss. That ain't my problem. That ain't my problem. It's how we lost. That pissed me off. Talk about go Pack go. Now everybody the Packers. Now everybody bump with the Packers. All right then. Y'all got it. I can't even say nothing. I can't even say nothing. Your man, my man Dietrich Wise getting hurt on a freaking on a PAT or field goal attempt. Damn. That's a big loss. Eckler torn Achilles probably. Huge loss. Now Steve Rob gonna get called up. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise. I don't know. But look, man. At the end of the day, season ain't done. We ain't going to sit up here and act like the season's over. It's a September loss. There's a lot of ball to be played left. But the biggest thing that pissed me off about tonight's game was the effort, was the lack of preparation, was the lack of game planning, and was the lack of execution. Everybody getting the police accountability tonight. And that includes Jaden Daniels. Yes. And right now, they can say what they want. We can't say shit. They think Jaden Daniels is going to have a sophomore slump. This doesn't help his case. They don't think Jaden Daniels is a top 5 quarterback. This doesn't help his case. We got to just let them talk. Because every time it seems like we got an opportunity to do some damage and win a big game, we do this. I want to take a quick pause to say give a huge shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring the channel. If you guys are going to any Commanders games, any live events coming up, I know Young Boy coming to the city soon, and I know a lot of y'all youngins are YB fans. Use promo code JuanGotti on SeatGeek to get 10% off your first purchase. Again, that is JuanGotti on SeatGeek to get 10% off your first purchase. As we're winding down the show, I want to ask you guys, call into 240-804-7327 postgame show so you can be in tomorrow's video where I react to your calls about this game. Until then, we're going to continue reading these comments, so whatever you got to say, get your shit off. Andrew, seems like we didn't properly game plan for Micah. Having faith in your room, in your roomie, Connerly, is one thing. But one-on-one with the best in the game, nah. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. And that's why the only person that I'm not upset with tonight is Connerly. Bless your heart. Because that's not on you. That's on your coaching, young fella. That's on your coaching. Put you in that predicament to get your ass reamed tonight. One-on-one with Micah Parsons, you're asking for it. And that's on coaching. And y'all said John Bates got hurt. I didn't even know he got hurt. When did he get hurt? Had to been early. Because that's your mark. That's your Micah Parsons takeawayer, if that's even a word. JD needs to trust Terry with the ball, man. Talk about it, Mark. Talk about it, Mark. Talk about it. Still got a lot of primetime game. Will shine. Well, again, Reggie. Again, Double R. You right. Season far from done. And I ain't mad that we lost. Shit happens. I'm mad at the performance. I'm mad at how we lost. Be truthful. Thank you. You have a good night. I know it's late. 12:31 a.m. I know. I'm going to get up out of here soon too. But I'm reading the comments. Lucky. This was their wake-up call. I'm never switching up. I've been a Washington fan since 1985. He's not going to have a sophomore slump. He's too dangerous for quarterback. I'm there with you, Lucky. I'm not switching up on my team. This loss ain't going to make nobody switch up. Again, season's not over. Just disappointing, man. Truly just disappointing. Mill. I'm mad we lost like that. I am too. Less of the loss, more of the effort. That's what I'm pissed off at. Washington. In the words of my guy LTN, Louis T. We took one on the chin, man. Took one square on the chin. Hopefully these next 10 days we take it, we learn from it, and we come out and we destroy a Raiders team that ain't going to be an easy win. They look pretty solid versus the Patriots. And let's see who they got. They got the Chargers on Monday Night Football, I think, right? So we got to come out firing on all cylinders in week 3. But that said, man, not the best game for the Washington Commanders. Pretty bad in all phases, if I'll be honest with you. Pretty trash. We play the Falcons. We play the Falcons in week 4. Daniel Matthews. Bill should have started and we should have ran the ball. Exactly. I said that early when I first jumped on. We didn't try to establish no type of run game. No type of run game tonight. No type of run game. Horrible. Horrible. But looking at his stats, Daniels 24 for 42, 2 touchdowns, 200 passing yards. Love 19 for 31, 2 touchdowns, 292. He proved it to me tonight. He's one of them ones. He's one of them ones for sure. Rashawn Gurry, Ezra Cooper 10 tackles. Bobby had 11. No turnovers for either side tonight. We just got whipped. They had 10 penalties for 77 yards. We had 5 for 30. 5 for 16 on third down. 5 for 12 on third down. Like, again, this game could have been worse. Yeah, I know. I know anytime it's a non-contact injury, that's always going to be the case. Unfortunate for Eck, man. I really feel bad for him. I really do feel bad for him. This game will serve as a great learning lesson from the whole team. This is the season. The season's far from over. It is, Drew. Season far from over. Ain't nobody saying the season over. You know what I mean? Just disappointed in how we played. That's all. Marshawn St. Juice. They got to figure this out, man. I'm telling you, Mill. I'm telling you. Marshawn St. Juice it is. Because his ass looks trash. What did John Bates hurt, y'all? I ain't even know John Bates went out with injury, bro. Let me see some. Do we have an update on John Bates? Matt Gay, quote, I take responsibility for the loss. I got to make those kicks. Well, duh. But the nail's in the coffin for you, buddy. Your season's over here with the Washington Commanders. Go get a job at Amazon, cuz. It's cooked. You're done. You're done. But, by the way, Bill Murray, off of a Rookie of the Week, only gets 4 carries. I hate that Eckler went down, but maybe this is the blessing in disguise that they're going to see to get the ball to Ja'Cory Krosky-Murray. We didn't try to establish the run game not once tonight. And that's the biggest thing that pisses me off. That's the biggest thing that pisses me off. But, oh, man. Pass rush was a serious issue coming into the season, Andrew. We knew that. We knew that. I'm looking at Von Miller like, bro, I know you 35, but you can't give me nothing. Like, not anything. Like, damn. It was good to see my guy Toneho tonight, though. I haven't seen that name in a long time. Eckler towards the end, yeah. I hate it for Eck, man. Every year he seems to get hurt, man. And this is the worst of it all, bro. Damn. We needed him, too. We needed him. Bill averaged 4.2 yards a carry. They definitely didn't feed him. Exactly. Didn't try to establish no type of run game tonight. Logan Payne played today. I was looking for him. I saw him obviously, but I ain't see him. If you know what I mean. you know what I mean, bro. But awful play calling said everybody up for failure. Cliff and DQ have to do better. Cliff got to do better. DQ got to do better. Joe Witt Jr. got to be better. The players got to be better. Everybody got to be better. Nobody was good tonight besides a couple. Debo, Zachary, Tress Wade. You feel me? But not good. But that being said, y'all, it's late. I know a lot of us probably got things to do in the morning. So I'm going to slide to the side and go to sleep sad, unfortunately. Washington loses 27-18. Green Bay is damn good. They got my respect. And that's a true Super Bowl contender team over there. That being said, as always, big boy Juan Gotti, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to SeatGeek. Use Juan Gotti 10% off to get 10% off on your purchase. Juan Gotti at checkout, 10% off your first purchase. And also, call into the Command Extra Postgame Show 240-804-7327. I'm looking at the calls right now, and they jumping. And you're going to want to have your voice heard in tomorrow's video because I am pissed. That being said, love each and every one of y'all. I'll catch y'all later. I'm out. Peace.
Never gave a ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a line.